Welcome back to the vlog, guys. I may be a terrible person. Basically, long story short, I'm a player in the game. There was a goalie, and I almost scored. If you know, you know. Alright, I actually just wanted to come on here so I can at least remember the details of what happened. Pretty much, me and who will not be named, pretty much, I invited this person to be a hand model because I had a food photo shoot here. Here are the photos. That took a lot longer than expected. And basically, I ended up bringing her back to my place because like, oh, I have these Pandan cookies you should try, right? She tried it, she didn't eat it, and she said it was actually okay. And then, guess what? While she's at my food shoot, I'm like dropping these hints. I was like, oh yeah, blah, blah. I'm watching this this is what I like to watch, blah, blah. I'm watching Singles Inferno. Boom! She doesn't know what it is. So I tell her about it. Boom. Oh, let's watch the episode. So we're watching the episode. We literally watched, I swear to God, like fucking 6 episodes. And this whole thing happened within the time of the 6 episodes. So it's a long time. We finished the shoot around, I want to say 3. Yeah, we get to my place around like 3-ish, 3:30. Each episode is passing by. A little more moves. But yeah, so for someone, she ended up liking me. But pretty much what happened was first episode. Well, also this is kind of like a build up of a few times I've seen her. But today I'm sitting on the couch and I'm literally just sitting there, my hand on the couch like this. Really sitting. I'm sitting right here. Obviously, I'm in the middle, you know? But I'm sitting here, and then I put it on. My arm is literally like this. If this was a test to see if she was interested or not, to guarantee if she was. And so she could have sat here, or she could have sat on this side where my arm wasn't. But I'm here, and she sits right here. What do? So obviously, I just keep my arm there, and then I just slowly make moves. But after doing that, it kind of solidified that the interest was there. So then, as one episode goes on, I do more subtle stuff, and then eventually, my arm's already around her, blah, blah. And then at some point, we're going at it. But no, she didn't let me kiss. She basically stopped herself from kissing me, but hands were moving. I was going places. Anyways, that's about it. I just wanted to document that, important moment in my life. But yeah, unfortunately nothing happened. It was fun though. It was fun, but it was a disappointing night. Anyways, we're making some food because my fridge is absolutely empty. And we'll see where this vlog takes me. Oh, I also want to mention, I know that she liked me because throughout, near the end, whenever she basically put a halt to everything, we were still cuddling and stuff and talking about everything. And basically she kind of confessed and she was like, yeah, I like you, blah, 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 blah. And so on. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not ugly. Welcome back to the vlog. It's been about half a day. It's in the morning. We are cooking. We just went to Costco, got a bunch of stuff for the week, bunch of steaks, bunch of food, bunch of stuff. And now we are cooking. We got some pasta in the making because now that I am moving, the whole goal of by the mid-February is to have everything basically 80% gone, to where I kind of only need to pack what I need to pack and move and be done. So I need to get rid of my backdrops, I need to get rid of V-flats, stuff like that, but also at the same time, I need to get rid of the food that is in my pantry. And I've been holding on to these pasta shells for quite some time, and I was actually hoping to have ground beef in this pasta, but I forgot to buy ground beef, so no ground beef today. Or chicken though. Good morning. It is another day. Basically, I don't remember what I clipped, what the last clip was, but today we are going to we're gonna meet up with someone that I want to do like a project with. He has connections to this really cool studio that we're gonna check out pretty soon, and yeah, I just want to I'm gonna take you guys along, try to vlog a little more, a little better, but yeah, also I want to backtrack a little bit on what I said at the very beginning of this vlog. I have acknowledged that it was wrong to I guess pursue someone in a relationship. But in my defense, I don't know the guy. You know, like if it was a girl that I knew and I was homies or friends, or I even knew or met the dude, I'd back up. I wouldn't do anything, you know? Even if, well, I guess this is where it gets tricky because I was being pursued, and you know, when the signs are obvious and you're the one getting pursued, sometimes you just take the chance. But anyways, yeah, I do acknowledge it was not the best choice, but I guess that's why it never went anywhere. I mean, it kind of did, but it didn't really. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, I gotta upload some stuff for some work, and then we're gonna head out to check out this studio. Alright guys, so we are at the studio. Basically this is the place that has the LED wall. This is Jay.
Yo.
This is the guy I'm gonna do the project with. So I'm gonna be doing the photos, he'll be doing the video. We're coming up with a concept, a spec, an idea, and basically this is the LED wall. Or this is basically the spec. Oh. So this space is actually it's pretty insane. I didn't even know shit like this was like available in Houston, but yeah, so the idea is this LED wall is gonna be like the backdrop, and you can basically make, with an LED wall, you can kind of make any scene possible. And the caveat of an LED wall is that it looks pretty seamless, or it can look seamless. So right now he has like a kangaroo in a field, and pretty much we're just kind of playing around. All right, we are back home, and if you know, in the last vlogs, I ran out of my pandan extract. So what do? I bought more, but I don't think I'm gonna do too much bacon. I kind of bought it, one for baking and one for coffee. So I had the bright idea when I was at Costco the other day that I should start, you know, drinking some Vietnamese coffee. So I bought a bunch of the Vietnamese coffees from Lee Sandwiches from Costco, and I basically made a coconut coffee. And then in the midst of being at Costco, I was like, wait a second, what if I have pandan to my coffee? So one container is gonna be strictly for coffee, and then the second container is gonna be for when I remake Jello, when I remake basically everything that I was trying to make initially, but make it better. So yeah, so for more cookies and more Jello when I get the right stuff, and then yeah. But yeah, now I have nothing to do, chilling today. Yeah. All right, Squadron. So I just got back from playing tennis. I actually have zero idea what I last did, but so today I was at, before I went to play tennis, I actually was in Sugar Land because I went to the gym for the first time in a while, and then actually tried training. Didn't train, my shoulder still hurts a little bit. But because I was in Sugar Land, I went to the area that's has the Asian store. There's usually a 99 Ranch, but that was closed down. So I went to a Jugso. Basically, it's a Chinese market, kind of like Hep Tai and Garland. And guess what they had? These are the agar packets that I was supposed to be using before. And so we are going to recreate or remake the Jello. All right, I was actually just looking around because My pot usually is right there, and then it's not in the dishwasher either. And then I just realized I can't make the Jell-O because my pot is being used because I made spaghetti the other day, and I got all that pasta that I have to eat. So we're gonna make it after I transfer all that stuff into separate containers to eat and stuff. So let's do that right now. All right, before we start making the Jell-O, I actually just cleaned the pot and it's ready to go. Also, my white balance is like really fucked. There we go. We're gonna cook the Jell-O and everything, I am actually hungry and I'm making a steak. So we have our ribeye. We bought a big pack from Costco for like 70 bucks. It came with about 5 steaks, and then those are thick cuts. So I cut those in half. And I basically eat a steak for lunch and a steak for dinner. There's my steak. Here is my cutting board. Yes, it's plastic. When I move to New York, I will get a wooden one. But it's seasoned with garlic, salt, pepper, and I've been putting hot honey in it, and it's actually making my steak taste pretty good. So now we just wait, we just cook, and then we will get to the Jell-O. All right, so we got the steak done. You can probably see that it is nice and crispy on both sides. Well, you can't see the other side because I don't want to flip it. But we're gonna basically just put it on the cutting board, let it rest, and finish kind of cooking all the way through, so that it ends up becoming like medium rare. I'm sure it's a little more rare right now. It's still kind of soft, but I've slowly kind of not perfected, but gotten pretty good at cooking steaks ever since I started eating them more. The first one I ever made was really good. Then it slowly got worse because I started overcooking them, and then like whenever I took it off the stove, it was basically perfect. But then obviously it's still hot when it would rest, it would start to overcook and it wouldn't become medium rare. So anyways, just random tip to keep in mind when you're cooking. But yeah, now we're letting it rest, soak up all the seasoning, and we're gonna start and prep the Jell-O. All right, so we have right here our 9 cups of sugar. And then basically we add a cup and half of regular sugar. There's half a cup. Cup and a half. And then we throw in 1 packet of this agar. See? This agar. See how it floats? The last time I had agar, it literally straight up sank to the bottom. So now we're gonna mix this up, get it dissolving, and then we'll use this and then we'll mix it into the coconuts, the pandan, and all of the good stuff, and the coffee. And then while it's cooling, we're gonna eat. Look at this steak. That's how a steak should be. So sometimes, lately for these steaks, I've been just throwing them on top of ramen. And when I got trying to get rid of the pasta, I basically throw it on top of the pasta that I was eating, or that I have. Nice and perfect steak. Sometimes when you're cooking steak too, you want a timer. I just say fuck the timer. I kind of got a vibe of how like long it's been on there and so on. But look at that perfect steak. Cheers. Mmm. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so to test if this works, I'm basically gonna take a little bit of the Jell-O and we're gonna cool it off on its own. And we'll see if it becomes actual Jell-O before this is gonna become actual Jell-O. All right, it's time. Start prepping this stuff. Because I'm pretty sure the texture of the Jello itself compared to what it was before, I can just tell it's gonna harden. Look at that. This Jello has only been in the fridge for like 5 minutes and it's already hard. Look. It was only in the fridge for like 5 minutes of me eating and it's hard. Let's go. Oh yeah. Now, I don't care too much about the coffee. I mainly want more coconut and pandan. The only thing though is I didn't get the same coconut milk because that I usually get. So hopefully the coconut taste is fine. Cool. Now I just let these settle, come back, layer it up. We got all the Jello basically filled up, layered up, and ready to go. That process was 10 times easier than last time. And it's funny because last time I kept saying, there's no way I'm messing it up because it's so easy. And this is what I meant. But last time I had the wrong agar. But fun fact, this time I think I got the wrong coconut milk. You're supposed to get like, so this is the coconut milk you're supposed to get. But the whenever I went to that store, they didn't have any big versions. And these were like $1.50 a piece. So I didn't want to get like 6 of these. And then the big can was only like $2. So I ended up just getting that big can and it ended up not being the same coconut milk. It just tastes a little different, if I had to say it. Like, yeah, it's not the same coconut flavor. All right, so we got the Jello. We are trying, I had like leftover coconut that I couldn't mix with anything. So this is what we're trying. It's actually pretty good. It tastes fine like the coconut. Even though it had like a weird, like the smell is different than the taste. It tastes like it should, but the smell I had smelled like kind of like sunblock, I'm not gonna lie. All right guys, I actually don't remember the last clip of the vlog, but it wasn't too long, it was sometime today. But I took a nap. I started watching Singles Inferno and I took a nap. So basically all the Jello is nice and firm. That's what we like to see. And I'm currently making a second batch of Jello, but we're not doing anything traditional. I'm gonna try to see and if I can make like protein Jello. So I have all these Voti protein things with me, and then basically I have a lot of different flavors. I got milk tea, pandan, matcha, and winter melon. And so I'm basically gonna mix the agar with each protein powder, and hopefully I can get like 1 cup per thing. And then basically I just make protein Jello out of that, and then I can see how it tastes from there, and if it tastes good, I can kind of tweak the recipe. If it can possibly be a little less sweet, I'll do that, because there's a 1.5 cups of sugar with all of this Jello. So if I were to eat all the Jello, it's basically eating like a whole 1.5 cups of sugar. And then if I divide this into, I guess, portions per servings compared to, with relation to the scoop of how much protein I did, then I'm trying to do it to where like, if I can use 1 dish for 1 scoop of protein, I want to be able to maximize how much sugar, or minimize how much sugar I can put in there with it still tasting good. Jello. Alright guys, we're back. Basically we are going to be putting away the rest of the Jello. So I'm going to close the vlog off here with the last bit of kind of like testing stuff out. I end up using my container of coconut, and this is actually the right coconut. It doesn't have a weird smell. I haven't tasted it, I just brushed my teeth, so I'm probably not going to, but this probably tastes way better than the coconut earlier. I end up making another coffee batch with some Vietnamese coffee, Lee coffee thing that I made from Costco. and pretty much coconut coffee. I use it instead, and I kind of fucked up because that coconut coffee was cold, and I put it in the hot agar. As soon as I put it in the agar and mixed it, it kind of set right away because it was cold. So this one's not like, it's not uniformly Jello, which might be interesting, might not be. And the last one is actually the matcha Jello that I made. This one is made with the boba tea protein one. Pretty much all I had to do was, I needed one that had a good flavor, and the matcha one is the only one that I have that I know has a good flavor to it. This whole thing only has like probably 30 grams of protein in it, so it's like, it's not that good of macros. I ended up taking a shaker bottle and put 2 scoops in here, and I used about half of it to make this, so yeah, not the best macros, but we're gonna put these away, and then we're gonna end the vlog there. Also, a little update, I might be going to Florida for like 10 days next week, starting Sunday, and then I basically have a shoot with potentially navigation that I think it's pretty confirmed, but there hasn't been any like full confirmations yet. But from the 1st to 5th, I might be in Tampa doing a few shoots for navigation, and then the 6th to 10th, I'll be in Miami doing a YouTube video for Joy for Lyft Miami. So I basically lose 10 days out of February to actually start packing and like getting rid of all my shit. So that kind of, it's like good because I have work, which is awesome, but it's also kind of bad because I lose time and I have to sell like all my stuff. Like I gotta get rid of my TV, my like lamps, my chairs, my sofa. Well, the sofa I can return to Costco. My desk in my office. Yeah, there's just so much I have to get rid of, and then I have to start packing stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Basically, 2 vlogs from now is gonna be my going away vlog, and I think the next vlog I'll do is gonna be the Florida vlog.